Good morning, children. Today in English in class 11, we continue the lesson Albert Einstein at school. Einstein shared his pain and his feelings with Yuri, who was the only friend that he had in Munich. And Yuri, as a good friend, tried to convince him and told him that he was lucky at least he had a room of his own. Yuri also told Einstein that he was sharing a room with students who were not civilized at all and they were involved in duels. Duels, that is, fight. They are not civilized, Yuri replied. Did you not hear that one of them was killed last week in a duel? So, Yuri says that all of them are not civilized, all of them are not well-mannered and cultured. He says that last week only there was an instance where there was a duel, a fight, and in that one was killed. And what happens to the one who killed him? So, Albert was wanting to know what was the outcome and what was the punishment that was given to the person who had killed the other. Nothing, of course. That is, the authorities had not taken any action. He is even proud of it. That is, that he is really is taking pride in the fact that he has killed another one. His only worry is that the authorities have told him that not to fight any more duels. So, he was not feeling guilty, he was not repentant, but he only felt that he has been warned and he has been asked not to fight any more duels in the future. He is upset about this because he hasn't a single scar on his face to wear for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. So he says that he is upset, he is disturbed, not because he has killed another one, but because he says that he does not have a scar. Scar is a injury mark that is left after the injury. He says on the face to wear. That is, on the face to wear, that means he cannot show, he cannot boast about it, that he used to be involved in fights for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. As a badge of honor, that is a mark of pride. The scar which he should have had, now he will not be able to have a single scar to boast in the future that he used to be involved in such fights. Ugh, exclaimed Albert. And these are the students. So Albert was quite disgusted to hear that they are students, they are here to study, and here they are involving in fighting with each other in duels and killing. Well, you'll be a student one day. That means you'll also go to college, and then you'll also perhaps know what it is like. I doubt it, said Albert glumly. I doubt it, that means I have doubts. He's uncertain about it. Glumly means sadly. I don't think I'll ever pass the exams for the school diploma. He says that he is expressing his inability, that he feels that he will not be able to pass the exam. He told his cousin Elsa the same next time she came to Munich. Elsa was a cousin of Albert, so the next time when she visited him, they had the conversation. Normally, she lived in Berlin, where her father had a business. So, Elsa had come to visit him. I'm sure you could learn enough to pass the exams, Albert, if you tried, she said. So, this was a suggestion given by Elsa to Albert. She was a cousin and she was close, and she suggested that he could learn enough in order to pass the exam. I know lots of boys who are much more stupid than you are who get through. So she knew that Albert was not dull, that he was a bright student. So she says that she's familiar with many other boys who are stupid, yet somehow or the other they manage to pass because they are able to learn. Get through means pass. They say you don't have to know anything. Just don't have to understand what you're taught. Just be able to repeat it in the exams. So what she told him was, or what she suggested was, that if he made an effort to learn so that he could answer the questions, that would be enough and that would enable him to pass the exam. So that is what her advice was to Albert. That's the whole trouble. whole trouble. That means that is the main drawback, that is the main difficulty of Albert. I'm not good at learning things by heart. Learning things by heart means rote learning, or say memorizing and learning things by heart. You don't need to be good at it, she said. That means you don't have to make much of an effort. Anyone can learn like a parrot. That meant that she was suggesting that not to make an effort to understand, but just to learn up to pass the exam. You just don't try. She knows very well that he does not try to learn up things. And yet I always see you with a book under your arm, added Elsa. She says you don't make an effort to learn, but she is also aware that he has interest in books. He's generally carrying a book or reading. So she says, I generally see you carrying a book. What is the one you're reading? A book on geology. Geology, rocks and things. Do you learn that? No, we have hardly any science at school. Then why are you studying it? Because I like it. Isn't that a good enough reason? So, through this conversation, we are able to know that he had a book that day was geology, and they were not taught that at school, but he was reading it because he was deeply interested in it. I like it, and therefore he read it. Elsa sighed. That means that she probably was not able to convince Albert. You're right, of course, Albert, she said, but it won't help with your diploma. She says it is good to read books, it is good to gather information and know about new things, but at the same time, it will not help him to pass the exam, which is the most important thing for him. Apart from books and science, his only comfort was music. And he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. So one interest was to read books on science, and his only comfort was music. And the thing that he enjoyed, that relaxed him, was music, and he enjoyed playing the violin regularly. And this also had to be stopped. He had to stop playing the violin because his landlady grumbled about it. That wailing gets on my nerves, she said. That wailing, that long, loud sound made by the violin when he played. So she felt disturbed on my nerves. That means it irritated her. There's enough noise in this house with all the kids howling. So she said, as it is, so she did not appreciate at all when he played the violin, which was only a source of comfort for him, which relaxed him. But she said that there is so much noise in the house as it is with the kids, that is the children, that is crying, screaming and shouting. So she asked him to stop, and so after that he did not play the violin. Albert was tempted to point out that most of the time it was she who made them howl, but he decided it was better to say nothing. He was well behaved. He could have retorted, he could have remarked something, but he felt it is better to remain silent. Although he felt like saying something, but he did not give in to that temptation. I must get away from here, he told Yuri. Now, what he expressed was his desire to get away from here, that means to escape from this place. After 6 months alone in Munich, it is absurd that I should go on like this. He says it is ridiculous. He says that I should go on like this, that he is not able to learn. He gets scolded by the teachers. So there's a lot of difficulty that he is facing out here. In the end, it will turn out I have been wasting my father's money and everyone's time. In the end, that means that when he is not able to learn, and if he is not able to pass the exam, everybody is going to turn around and accuse him that he has wasted his father's money, and everybody's time has also been wasted. So he felt it is better for him to leave. That is what he felt. It will be better for all if I stop now. That means, why go ahead? He says, it is better for me to stop everything now. And then what will you do? Yuri asked. I don't know. If I go to Milan, I'm afraid my father will send me back. So he says, I don't know. I haven't given it a thought yet. But if I go back to Milan, that is where his father is. he knows very well that his father will send him right back immediately. His eyes gleamed with a sudden idea. Gleamed means there was a shine in his eyes. His eyes shone brightly, and suddenly there was a bright idea that struck him. And that was, Yuri, do you know any friendly doctors? I know a lot of medical students, and some of them are friendly. So Yuri responded that he had many friends who were medical students. Doctor, no. I've never had enough money to go to one. Why? So he says he refused, that he did not know any doctor because as a student he did not have that much of money. So he had some friends who were medical students. Suppose, said Albert, that I had a nervous breakdown. Suppose a doctor would say it's bad for me to go to school and I need to go to get right away from it. So he says, so what the idea that struck Albert was that if the doctor certified that he had nervous breakdown means when there's mental illness, which may be because of severe depression, or it can be high level stress. So he says that if the doctor certifies that I am not able to attend the school and I have to get away, that means I have to leave the place. So that probably would help him out in this situation. Thank you.